But regardless, I've got 15 of 15 subway stations done, hooray. And then a further 13 heavy rail stations, those being Glasgow Queen Street, Central, Anderston, Argyle Street, High Street, Charing Cross, Crookston, Moss Park, Corker Hill, Dumbreck, Cardonald, and then the 2 Hillington stations, east and west. Anyway, I shall see you in this exact same spot at 9 AM tomorrow. Okay, it's about 8:50 AM the next day. I think I got about 3 hours sleep last night, and I've got a very sore throat. I'm just thankful because I'm having Greg's sausage roll at the moment, hence why my camera's so greasy. And I think the warmth is definitely helping, but this packet of strepsils is basically my lifeline today. Plan for today, basically subway to Partick, tick off stations in that area, and then basically walk most of the Maryhill line. Yeah, let's get to that now. Okay, so it's just hit 9 o'clock, and to my misfortune, I've just missed an inner loop train to Partick. In fact, it's literally just said 0905, so 5 seconds too late for that. I'm just lucky because it's still peak frequency, so it should hypothetically only be about another 3-4 minutes until the next train. I just realised this is a Glasgow Uni run. Hell yeah, this is gonna be good stuff. Right, back here again. Hi, I've got a roundabout. That's fine. Brilliant, cheers. Right, okay, now I'm probably just gonna get the train straight up from here to Annie's Land. Maybe not, we'll see, I get to decide. There you go. I know I technically already ticked off Partick Station when I was making a tight connection yesterday to the subway, but yeah, still. Now I'm actually getting a train from here, so I can safely say that it feels like I've ticked it off. Guess who just forgot that Jordan Hill and Hindland exist? Me. Probably gonna get off this at Hindland and then walk to Jordan Hill and then Annie's Land. We'll see. I might not though. I've yet to decide. This 318 is absolutely struggling. It sounds like a bloody Sprinter. And it's an AMU. There we go. Hindland. Hallelujah. Alright, now I have made my decision. I'm going to walk all the way to Gilshick Hill via the Maryhill line. Alright, so I've just had a look, and it looks as though I can probably walk to all the stations in probably a little under 10 minutes each, all the way to Gilshick Hill. So hypothetically, if I'm quick enough, I could make, I think it's like 10:40 train or whatever, from Gilshick Hill along to whatever the next station along from there is. I think it's like Postle Park and Parkhouse or whatever. Just come to the realisation that I might want to hold off a wee bit on doing the Maryhill line, for the sole reason that I've got quite a lot left to do on the North Clyde and Argyle lines. Yeah, basically anything past west from Jordan Hill and Annie's Land I've still yet to do. So I might have to hold off on that for, I don't know, like an hour. So a bit unfortunate. I'll work something out once I'm actually at Jordan Hill Station. It's just up on the left anyway, so no need to worry. Right, there we go, Jordan Hill. And now I need to work out what the hell I'm doing. Okay, I've just had a look. I still have Garscadden, Scotstoun Hill, and Drumchapel stations that I need to take off. So, yeah. So much for walking all the way from here to Gilshick Hill then. Thought that's what I was going to be doing, but evidently not. These 310s are really doing my head in. I wish I could get like a 334 down this line. It's not like they don't run past here. They do the Edinburgh to Helensburgh services. The problem is the Edinburgh to Helensburgh services didn't call here. They just zoom past at like 30 miles an hour. There we go. Alright. Garscadden. This is very desolate. I'm surprised there's 20-minute service through here, because there's nobody here. I get that it's more so for the people that like Clyde Bank and stuff. Anyway, I now have 15 minutes to do a 13-minute walk, so yeah, that works out well. So I'm just having a look, and what's interesting is that to get to Drumchapel Station by train, I have to go via Westerton Station, which is in Dumbartonshire. I'm curious, is this just a thing with Glasgow where you'll have very posh housing, and then within very close proximity you'll have not very posh housing? Like, I don't really have a problem with either type. It's just, they're quite dramatically different to be within such close proximity of each other. Alright, here we are. Scotston Station. Okay, so it's currently 10:05. Train into Glasgow is running 2 minutes late. So, should be at Hindland Station probably in, I think, about little under 10 minutes. Just a quick look, we should get into Hindland at 10:12. Then next train to Drumchapel is at 10:22, which gets in 10:31. Turn around, train back out at 10:38, gets us into Addisland 10:44, and then we can do our wee walk up to Gilshick and make the train. I think it's 36 past 11, so 58 minutes to walk all those stations. Should be quite manageable, to be honest. There we go. Back again. That's like 10-minute wait. Right, okay. Time's currently 10:19, so I'm thinking once I've got the Maryhill line done, once I've ticked off Boss Park and Park House, I'm going to walk to Ashfield, tick that off, then hopefully get the 8 from Ashfield, or that general sort of Postle Park, Ashfield area.
Platform 1 is the 10:20 service to Springburn.
Cool, don't care. Well, actually, that train's going to Springburn, which is where I was actually just about to say I'm going to head once I'm done with Ashfield, because I think I can probably do the walk in about 25-30 minutes, and if not, with all hope I'll be able to get like the 8 or something instead. And then just tick off the east of Glasgow to the best of my ability whilst I'm there, and once I'm done with that, I mean, then ideally I want to finish off today at Easterhouse, because that's quite easy to get to from Edinburgh, because I can just get the 7:30 900, so it means I can sleep in a bit better. Hallelujah. Anyway, my train's pulling in now, so I should probably head down and get it, shouldn't I? I hate that the main trains on the Argyle line are 320s. Like, North Clyde line gets, if anything, I think mostly 334s, because, you know, you got the line all the way from Helensburgh Central down to Edinburgh, which takes like 2 and a bit hours, I think, to do the full thing on. And since that uses the 334s, then it means that that rubs off on the North Clyde line, so they get 334s. But with the Argyle line, it's just all 320s with the occasional 318 if you're lucky. And even if you do get a 318 on the Argyle line, it's quite rare for it to not be coupled with a 320. Oh well, at least with this charge I don't have to sit for them at ages at a time. There we go, that's Drumchapel done. Now I just need to cross over and get the train right back to where I was. Pretty busy train, I'm just kind of lucky I'm only on it for 2 stops. There we go, there's Annie's line. I need to find out the best exit for me to start taking off the Maryhill line, which starts here. So, all's well. Why the hell is Apple Maps just directing me into a forest? It's like it wants me to get jumped by foxes or something. This is a very nice wee walk here. It's quite tranquil, there's not a hell of a lot of people around, considering it's quite a large canal. Right, there we go, that's Kelvindale Station. It's extremely tranquil, there's nothing around here. Right, oh, and now Maryhill Station. Alright, okay, that's Somerstone Station. Train from here is in, I think it's 10 minutes from here, so it'll be 11 or 12 minutes from Gilshick. Alright, now we've got Gilshick. I think, so we're finally here. It's quite a lot of walking to get here all the way from Annie's Land. My feet genuinely hurt so much. I also really need the toilet, but I think a minute and a half is not really enough time to go to the toilet. Also, class 156 toilets are unfortunate. And here we have first DMU of the challenge. So now I'm just on this train for one stop for a minute and a half. And I'm having to do another like 10-15 minute walk. I swear to God, if I can't get an 8 in like within like 15 minutes of me arriving, I'm gonna be so irritated. So there we go. Very small station, I must say. Anyway, off to Ashfield now. Not a hugely common thing to hear anymore in Glasgow. Sound of diesel trains, now that basically all the lines are electrified. Okay, I've just had a look. I think I have about 5 minutes to do a 7-minute walk done to the station. And if I miss an 8, then I'll have to run down to the main street through Ashfield and get an M3. And if I miss that, it's like a probably 20-minute wait for the 90, so it's not the end of the world. Right, okay, and that's Ashfield station. Now I think I have like 2 minutes until the 8, so I'll try to quickly get up to the stop, which is thankfully right in front of the entrance. Hi, pal, so play Springburn. Okay, just another like 15 minutes on this H200 goes obviously extremely badly. Right, thank you very much, pal. Have a great day. Right, and here we are, Springburn station. My leg hurts so much. Okay, I suppose I'll do a quick update now. I've just come to the realization that I'm an idiot. Yeah, I know it took me 15 years, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I forgot that Robroyston is one of the stations that is within Glasgow City Council, so I still have to do that. The problem is, a train that went past Robroyston, i.e. to Kelvindale, literally just left the platform about 3 minutes ago. In fact, I arrived about 3 minutes before it even left. So yeah, great job on my part. Now what I was going to do was I was going to get a train down the North Clyde line to take up places like Maryhill. However, I've realised now that I need to do Robroyston, my best course of action is to probably wait here for the next 20 minutes, because thankfully, whilst I did just miss a train, trains are every half hour, and that one left 10 minutes late due to delays coming in. So I'm probably going to get the next train I can out to Robroyston. I think I should have a 12-minute connection to get a train back to Springburn, and then I'll probably walk down, start taking off places such as Maryhill and the likes. So yeah, in the meantime though, I'm gonna go huddle up in a corner and start crying out of misery. Honestly, you know what? I'm kind of glad I'm not getting the 1221, and for the sole reason that I've been on too many 318s and 320s today, but I know that all the trains that go to Falkirk, Grahamston and Cumbernauld via Springburn are class 385, so I'd much rather have one of them just for a change of pace. Also, I just overall prefer 385s to 318s and 320s. Please don't disembowel me for that statement. Oh, I'm going to be honest, I did not realise Maryhill Station's literally just there. Yes, this has been clarified. God, 6 minutes of my ass. That took about 4 minutes. This is a very new station. Okay, I've just looked. This station opened on the 15th of December 2019. That explains why it looks so new. With that being said, all stations that have been opened in Scotland in the past like 15 years look almost the exact same, bar maybe like, I don't know, Edinburgh Gateway or whatever. So it's the same style of platform with the same style of footbridge with the same lifts. It's all the same. Also massive car parks. Okay, so train out to Springburn arrives here at I think 12:55 now. Should get in at 1:01 according to the timetable, which gives me 22 minutes to do a supposedly 14-minute walk down to Maryhill. From there, I will probably get the train one stop down to Alexandra Parade, then I'll walk to Belgrove via Duke Street, and then I'll start ticking off the rest of the North Clyde line. And now we're just back off to Springburn, and then we stroll down to Maryhill. Well, I had to press the button for the doors to actually open. I'm quite stupid. Okay, after about a good 15 minutes of walking, I'm at Maryhill Station. Oh, yes! So that's going to be my train back in. That's currently going up to Springburn, terminate for about 5 minutes and come back down. So I'm going to have a 334 instead of stupid 320 or whatever. Get in. Yeah, no, I'm just going to say Barnhill and Dundee clears. Not least for the fact that A, it's right next to Broughty Ferry, which, I mean, come on, it's Broughty Ferry. And second of all, it has the Explore Dundee Service 5, which is probably one of, if not my favourite services in Dundee. So, yeah.
This is Maryhill.
I think it's about like 3 minutes on this down to Alexandra Parade, and then I'm gonna walk to Belgrove via Duke Street, stopping off at the Little, of course, because I've not had lunch, and also I'm a sucker for the Little bakery. Sorry, cheers. There we go, Alexandra Parade. Not a huge walk now down to Duke Street and then Belgrove, and then I'm probably gonna get the train down to, I don't know, probably like Garrow Hill. Okay, and that's just got Duke Street. Okay, now to Belgrove. Right, okay, so I've got 2-litre bottle of water, cinnamon roll, rosemary and sea salt panini or whatever, and about 3 minutes to make my train, so I should probably hurry. Alright, here we are, Belgrove Station. I'm glad that's not the train I'm getting, because I'm a jerk, barely just missed it. These bloody 320s are doing my head, I swear to God. There we go, Carntine. Alright, okay, so I've just gotten off the train at Carntine, so one stop down. What I am going to do is, there's a train towards Edinburgh in 10 minutes. I'm going to take that to Garrow Hill, and then I'm going to have about a 10-minute connection to swap around, get a train back to Shettleston, and then I'll get the train to Easterhouse. And I'm thinking I'm just going to wrap up there, because there's not really a hell of a lot I can do once I get in at like 2:45. Next closest station is, I think, Baileyston, and that's at least like a half-hour walk from Easterhouse. Actually, I suppose once I'm at Easterhouse station, I can always just try to walk as best I can down to Baileyston, put myself in a better position come tomorrow. Yeah, no, I'll do that. Before we get our train, I'm gonna have my scran. Christ, that train's running early. Why did I cough in surprise? Jesus Christ. Alright, we're just currently stopped at Shettleston. Next stop's Garrow Hill, so I'm gonna get off there and then train back. I think it's like a 6-minute connection. Back to Shettleston, and then from there I'm gonna get a train to Easterhouse. And then once I'm at Easterhouse, I'm just gonna try and walk as fast I can down to Baileyston to put me in a better position come tomorrow morning. Take care. I just told the conductor to take care twice for some reason. Now I feel like I was being overly assertive, and now he probably thinks I'm a twat. God, I overthink a lot. Anyway, we're at Garrow Hill. Yeah. Anyway, now to cross the platform and go back to Shettleston. Yay. I don't know what it is, but it's because I've been in Glasgow so much the past 2 days, it feels like I've picked up on a lot of the accents, so I'm sort of sounding a lot more Scottish than I normally do. Yeah, you guys aren't gonna believe this. It's a 318 again. I get people like him, and I don't think they're half bad compared to the 320s. But at the same time, I've been on too many today. And in my opinion, they're at best adequate. There we go, Shettleston. Alright, okay, I think I've got about like 8 minutes until my train. Sheer quantity of goddamn 318s is absolutely doing my head in. There we go. Hi. Easterhouse done and dusted. Now let's just try get as much distance as I can in the next 16 minutes before we hit 3 o'clock. Hi, okay, it's 2:59 currently. I think I've got about like 10 seconds until it hits 3 o'clock, and I went a wee bit over yesterday anyway, so I think I'm just going to call it here. This is a good place to sort of end off. Okay, well, I sort of finished about 10 seconds late yesterday, so I think finishing 10 seconds early today is only fair. But anyways, I think this is actually a fairly good end point anyway, so I'm just perfectly at the junction for Buchanan Street and Baileyston High Street. So yeah, all in all, we've got 24 stations left to do, all of which are either on the Argyle line, Cathcart Circle line, or South Western line. But yeah, I'm gonna get home and just get this edited as best I can, and then I guess I'll see you guys same place this morning.